What's up everyone, your generic everyday burglar here inside of my own house here. Everything you see here I stolen from myself. And, you know, if you got anything to say about it, I dare you to come. I'm gonna shoot you with this cat gun that's fucking broke. So, yeah. Anyway, I wanted to try something different. I wanted to try to do like a skit sort of thing where a burglar commentates BUZZFEED. And, well, actually, what the hell is this friend doing? Speaking of which, I wanted to make some announcements. Apparently the CIA is hacking your phones and tracing you everywhere you go. So I guess Anonymous was right, in a sense. Anyway, that's enough of that news story. I thought that was pretty fucking hilarious. Speaking of hilarious, there's a guy using my driveway to turn around, the fucking cunt. Anyway, well, I do absolutely fucking nothing. I have a Kick account, some of you may know, some of you may not know. Some of you are chatting with me. By some of you, I mean like maybe all of two. But, I got another temporary fucking ban for 6 hours for fucking nothing. Look at this. You've been banned for 6 hours for reports that you are violating Kick's community standards. Bruh. I have not violated any of the community standards since last time. The last time I was spamming porn to people, and that was hilarious because I was trolling the shit out of them. They only banned me for 12 hours. Now, unless I said fucking something that offended a feminist or some shit, because I was trolling feminists as well. If I said something, and I know for a fact, and chances are I might have, but if they took it to offense, like saying something about Saudi Arabia spewing facts out or something, and that's considered offensive, well, suck my fucking cock, you piece of shit, Kick. At least Power Ringer doesn't fucking do all this shit. You can say whatever the fuck you want to Power Ringer, as long as you ain't being a racist. It gets annoying whenever you have that little fucking, two that are fucking annoying. Anyway, we're gonna be making fun of fucking BuzzFeed. It's gonna be absolutely fucking hilarious.
How does it feel to be the same sex as Donald Trump?
How does it feel to be the same fucking gender as a liar, thief, and destroyer of property and a threat to national security? How does it feel to be that same gender as her? You know who I'm talking about.
Why do you hate rom-coms? Or do you just feel like you need to hate them?
The reasons why we don't like rom-coms is because, well, we find most of them fucking boring. They're also known as chick flicks. They mainly pander to fucking women. You pile of garbage. Jesus Christ, you look like that shit, that weak old trash you see stuck to the inside of a fucking trash compactor. You know, one of those fucking trash trucks.
Everybody likes The Notebook. Everybody likes Beyonce. It's just a fact.
Okay, well, no, that's a lie. The Notebook was a shitty movie. I watched 5 seconds of it. It was absolutely the most boring fucking thing. Now, if you actually look at the Rotten Tomatoes score, it's like 55 fucking percent, or 52%. It's probably going down and down. And I don't like Beyonce. She's a fucking whore. She's a cunt, and I hate her fucking music. Any of you say that's a fact, well, you're a fucking cunt. The fact is I fucking hate her. Now I'm gonna demonstrate you some of my music that I love. It's fucking 80s. Huh? This is fucking real music, not your fucking Beyonce rap shit. Huh? Probably gonna end up with a fucking copyright strike now. This is good shit here. Okay, ironically, because this is gonna come up later in the fucking video, that song's about like a pedophile or some fucking shit. It's fucking creepy. It's hilarious too. So, yeah.
Why do you make women sit around and talk about men in movies
When y'all easily just sit around and talk about boobs for hours.
Okay, if men are so fucking obsessed with fucking boobs, then how do you explain furries and the people that whack off to My Little Pony? They don't really care about titties. Or do they? I'm about half-assed to ask one, but I'm fucking banned, so I can't ask.
Why do you automatically assume that you won't like TV or movies that star a female lead?
Okay, so it actually depends on the actress, to be fair. It's a preference. My preference is Megan Fox sucks dick, both figuratively and literally. She's a terrible fucking actress.
Why are you surprised when women are funny?
I'm probably funnier than you.
Like, I'm not surprised by funny women. I mean, if you, like, look at Amy Schumer, she's pretty hilarious. And actually, I'm surprised when it becomes political. Politics and comedy do not go together. Like a burglar and your neighbor's house, they do not go together, but somehow they attract one another. I don't fucking know. I am looking at you, Saturday Night Live, you cunts.
Why do you think that we're obsessed with you when we hook up?
9 times out of 10, I just want you to leave too. I'm busy, I got shit to do.
Then why don't you give us sex on demand, you stupid bitch? Why do you think we have weird kinks, like jacking off to cartoon ponies and cartoon anthropomorphic cats? I am referring to furries and shit. Why are you less satisfied than men?
Why can't I sleep with as many people as I want to without being judged? When men do it, they're congratulated.
Okay, well, it's slut shaming, and we have every right to, and it goes both ways, cunt. If a man sleeps with as many women as he wants to, he's a man whore, or a man slut. Go to Las Vegas. I mean, holy shit.
Why do you consider a woman a tease if she doesn't sleep with you after 3 dates, but a slut if she sleeps with you on the first date?
Depends on the guy, to be honest.
In what world does no mean yes?
In no world does no mean yes. I mean, try telling that to a rapist. He ain't gonna listen. Or a child molester. They ain't gonna listen.
Why do you say that women are too emotional to be leaders?
Then justify catcalling by saying men just can't control themselves.
Okay, just research fucking governors of the United States, and the current Prime Minister of England, and the Queen. God save the fucking Queen. Okay, I thought catcalling died out in like the 70s, maybe the 80s, because everybody was too fucking strung out on weed and cocaine to even fucking bother. They're sitting there, you know, they're fucking sitting there snorting their cocaine, that little fucking powder shit that they shove on their fingers, and they just,
Why would you ever send an unsolicited dick pic?
Why would a guy even send you a dick pic? I mean, holy shit. Chances are you'd probably throw it on the internet, make fun of his cock size. It's a smear. It's a smear.
Why do you feel like it's okay to harass women or make offensive comments about women, but when somebody does it to your sister, it's not okay?
Well, harassing and making sexist jokes isn't funny face-to-face, or making fun of you face-to-face is just not funny. In which case it would be roasting or being just a douchebag asshole, but it depends on what kind of insults you throw. I mean, you can make them funny. And if it's older sister, I think most people would not find anything wrong with that. If it's a younger sister, then people would have it, you know, if you're making a sexist joke towards like I don't know, maybe your 7-year-old sister, of course you're gonna be pissed off about it. It's a 7-year-old sister, what the hell are you gonna do about it? She's so fucking small, it's kinda I'd bang her. Bro, she's 7 years old, I know. You're a fucking pedophile, go burn in hell, bitch.
How does it feel to interrupt me when I'm in the middle of making a point during a meeting?
Okay, if you want to see people being interrupted left and fucking right, just turn to Fox, CNN, NB fucking cunt C, you know, any fucking news network in the United States. Everybody cuts each other off. It's kind of hilarious for like the first 10 seconds, because, you know, they're trying to get a point in and they start screaming and yelling, and that's pretty hilarious. I think after like the first like minute or two, it just gets old really quick.
Why do you have to sit with your legs so wide open?
I get that you have balls, but I don't stand around with my arms wide open to make room for my boobs.
Okay, to answer your question, our balls, here's the penis, my finger's the penis, right? The ball's right underneath, and our legs are way out here. So right where my fingers are, these two fingers are where our legs are at. Our balls are in between there, they drop down, they're directly in the middle. I mean, saying for me I can cross my legs like this, like a woman, I don't have a problem with that, because my balls just fucking, they just go wherever they want. Some men, though, have such a big thick cock, the size of this toilet paper tube, that makes you sound like you're from the 1950s. And you speak through it. Maybe their balls just drop too far and they can't do that because of their vasta friends, or, you know, they tangle up. Some people can't do that because their balls go from like this and they twist and you have to get them surgically. Maybe some people that have had the testicular torsion where your vasta friends are pretty much detached. Maybe they're not allowed to sit like that. Maybe they have to spread their legs, because if they don't and they cross their legs, it'll detach their balls from their body. I mean, you do some fucking research for once, you dumb cow.
Why are women perceived as the weaker sex, even though we literally birth you, like watermelons, through like this?
This is gonna sound sexist, but I think most women are physically inferior to men to an extent. I mean, you do give birth, but that's about it. I mean, you have that going for you, and that makes you pretty much stronger than most men. But if you compare me being my size, being as as skinny as a tree, my hands being as old as a fucking 80-year-old man. You compare it to somebody my size. I'm 110 pounds right now. For fuck's sake, who the hell is this cunt? Hello? Fucking telemarketers, for Christ's sake. You're not gonna see a woman that's my age, 110 pounds, lift an 80-pound fucking, who can lift most of their weight. I could probably lift myself up if I tried, using the force or some shit, but that would take hours and possibly years to master and to even remotely try to use the force.
Why is it so bad to show your emotions?
It means you're human.
Men showing their emotions in public kind of makes them weak. It makes other people uncomfortable. The same way as when a woman is crying in public, it makes everybody around them uncomfortable. So that's why showing your emotions in public is sort of, well, bad. Now, if you're in fucking private, now that's one thing. You don't take your private issues to fucking work or to fucking Walmart or some shit. Maybe, my woman broke up with me. You're a bitch. You know, that's some sort of fucking shit like that. You leave that to yourself or maybe to somebody who cares. Because the world is like the fucking internet. Nobody gives a shit.
Why are you always trying to prove your masculinity to me?
Well, showing your masculinity is fucking fun. Maybe you should try it. Oh wait, you're all fat.
Why the f isn't it ladylike to cuss? When did words get gendered?
Okay, some women cussing, that can be hot in a sense if they're dirty as shit. Some people are into that shit. I mean, what is it, like BDSM or some shit, some fucking bondage shit? I mean, I'm not gonna describe my own shit. It'll never happen, now that I think of it. It will never fucking happen. Unless I'm into the porn business and I can just pay a woman to fucking do it. In which case, it's not prostitution, see, you're gonna loophole the rules.
Why is it your first instinct to doubt women who have been sexually violated or raped?
Okay, the only reason why men doubt rape, and even the other way around, because it goes both ways. A woman can rape a man can rape a woman, a man can rape a man, and a woman can rape a woman, and, you know, children as well. If there's no evidence, then there's doubt, because, oh, my ex-boyfriend fucking raped me, yeah. Well, what's the evidence? Okay, there's no damage to your vaginal wall, there's no signs of semen, no signs of penetration, we look at your asshole, it's still tight. We take a probe in there, and there's no damage here, so you just fucking lied. No, okay, well, alright, well, there's strangle marks here and here, and you're into that sort of shit, so there's doubt there. Okay, well, you're not into that shit. So, and there's marks around your neck here and here, and you have a black eye, and your nose is sort of deformed, making me think that he broke your nose in a sense. It could be rape.
Why do you assume a woman's angry because she's on her period?
Well, the reason why men assume you're angry when you're on your period is because most women are fucking angry on their period. You could say something like, I just farted, and a woman could snap and just slit your throat. And then laugh.
Why do you think women that wear makeup are false advertising? We can say the same thing about your dick size.
Okay, me personally on makeup, I prefer natural beauty. I don't really care for makeup. I mean, if you use a little bit of makeup to, you know, cover a blemish or some shit, maybe you have, or maybe like a red mark here from, I don't know, biting your lip or something, or if you fell and smashed your face or something trying to hide it. Or if, like, say if you got like these red patches on your cheeks, and you're just covering them up with makeup, you know, I'm fine with that. Because, you know, some women do it. But there's a difference between covering up facial, you know, like blemishes and shit, versus caking your face in makeup and looking like fucking, I don't know, John Wayne Gacy, the killer clown. Unless you're into that sort of shit. I mean, I'm not good. Oh, and women can say the same thing about your dick size too, man. Well, bruh, women can help the way they look. Men can't help the length of their own dick. I mean, unless they continuously wank it off multiple times a day, making their nuts shrivel up into fucking raisins. I mean, that's literally possibly the only, like, legitimate way you can grow your dick size. And if a man's dick is beyond, I don't know, maybe 6 inches flaccid, I mean, there's probably something wrong there. I mean, if your dick is, like, I don't know, maybe 2 feet long, and it's as thick as this fucking toilet paper roll, then there's a fucking tumor going on there. Oh, it's just false advertising. No, if it is, anybody who false advertises their dick size has probably got a fucking micro penis, probably the size of an Asian man's fucking cock. You know, probably, I don't know, maybe about the about maybe as big as my pinky finger, completely erect, or maybe my pinky nail. Maybe their penis is maybe that big, or maybe it's really a woman who doesn't have tits and looks like a man and probably has a strap on, but instead of having the real fucking thing, there's a fucking vagina there and a strap on. So I mean, for you to fucking say that about a man's cock and saying, oh, we can help the size of our cocks, and oh well, your penis is 3 inches fucking flaccid, and I don't know, maybe 7 inches fucking erect and could possibly grow. Bruh, you need to be fucking examined, or better yet, I'm kidding, but no, you need to fucking head examined at that point.
Why isn't it weird that there's a bunch of old white men sitting in a room making legislation about what I can and can't do with my body?
Okay, well that makes no fucking sense. Old men passing legislation to say what you can do and you can't do with your body. Well, A, prostitution is illegal, and it goes for men and women. B, do you support partial birth abortions? Do you support the absolute murder of an unborn child that's ready to come out of the box? Do you support that shit? I mean, if you do, then you support murder, and I have every legal authority to slit your throat and gut you alive. I'm wearing a burglar mask, so it makes it okay to say. And also, nudity. We have laws against nudity. You're not allowed to go in public, or nude, or else you can be registered on Megan's Law, which makes you a pedophile for the rest of your fucking life. You're not allowed to rape children. If you look at some of these teachers, they do rape children. Okay, well, some of it is consensual. Abortion, if it's within the first, like, I want to say first month and a half to 2 months. Maybe at the start of the 3rd month. You can kill the fetus, because it's not a fetus. If it can't feel pain, then you can abort it. Because once it starts to feel pain, religion speaks, and that kid has a soul in it. Whether you believe in that shit, or not, I don't really give a fuck. Well, I believe.
Why are straight guys so obsessed with lesbians?
Why are men so obsessed with lesbians? Well, maybe it's because it's hot to us. Just maybe it's the same way as 2 gay guys fucking each other is hot to you. Now, the real question is, why are you even obsessed with being on BuzzFeed? I mean, it's kind of fishy. Kind of like a cunt.
How does it feel to get kicked in the balls?
Okay, you wanna know how it feels like to be kicked in the nuts? I've been kicked in the nuts multiple times. It fucking hurts. It's like the pain is like, it's undescribable. It truly is. Like, your nuts are like fragile, and if they're squeezed, it can hurt. There's some people like that shit, but if you get kicked in the nuts, it feels like 2 batteries getting shot up into your gut, and then you get like this nauseous feeling in your stomach, and you kind of just want to curl up. It's not like childbirth, but it's kind of about half, because whenever you get kicked in the nuts hard enough, your nuts will actually retract into your stomach. Like, your nuts will actually get stuck about right here in your stomach, right above your nuts, like below your belly button. And if you get kicked there again, they can shoot up and they can
Why are you so afraid of gender equality?
Why do I deserve to be paid less than you?
In what world does 77 cents equal $1?
Okay, if gender inequality existed, which it pretty much doesn't in the United States, in a sense that, oh, well, there's a wage gap between men and women, and for every dollar, a woman only gets 80% of that. They get 80 cents on top of the dollar. No, that does not exist. Fact is, there are more union women out there than non-union men, and they get paid more than most non-union men and women. Thank the unions for that, because everybody gets equal pay. Now, if you didn't get equal pay, then you could file a grievance, and that company could be fined a shitload of money, and you could be forced to get paid a shitload of money, but you have to prove it. So to say that there is an inequality pay would be a fucking lie. If a cashier man was getting paid $8 an hour, and a bagger man, and a man that's a bagger is getting paid $7.25 an hour, and there's a cashier that's being paid $7.25 an hour, well, you could file a grievance with that company and you can sue them for fucking discrimination. So if you are really being discriminated, now if there was discrimination, there'd be more lawsuits towards more companies, more or less. I might be wrong with some of that shit, but just bear with me. If you go over to, women have just as, they can do whatever the fuck they want, just like men can. If you want to be a fucking barber, you can be a barber. I don't really give a shit. If you want to be a porn star, you can be a porn star. I don't give a fuck. If you want to be a fucking NASCAR driver, just like a Danica Patrick, yeah, you can be. I don't care. I'm gonna make fun of you for it, because it's gonna be fucking hilarious when you wreck, and when Danica Patrick wrecks, it's fucking hilarious. Just as when, well, actually, I should say, when somebody fucks up and they do something stupid, it's fucking hilarious when they take out the entire field of NASCAR. Look at fucking Daytona last week, holy shit. Fucking the Xfinity series, there's only like 21 people left, or, no, yeah, 21 cars were out, and there was only 26 left. That's fucking crazy. No, that's like 47, no, there's like 26 left. It's not 21 or 26, I forget what. And then, like, at the end of the, actual fucking Cup series, fucking, there was only 5 cars undamaged. The rest of them were damaged or out, fucking off the track, or, you know, fucking the one guy's hood was all fucked up. He was going like this half the time. And then I think it about broke. He took it off the pits and I guess they taped it down or some shit. To say that there is gender inequality in the United States, a wage gap, male privilege, none of that shit fucking exists. Just do your fucking research. It's not that hard. Well, then again, it's like asking BUZZFEED to stop existing. It ain't gonna fucking happen. So, these feminists and these feminazis are fucking retarded. Oh, speaking of which, I'm gonna read you some, very funny, I was completely eradicating these feminists. I destroyed them in Kick. It's absolutely fucking hilarious. Now, I have to scroll up and find it, and it's just absolutely, okay, you gotta scroll through a bunch of memes. There we go. Okay, if feminism wasn't, this is me speaking, I said if feminism wasn't taken into liberal context to the absolute extreme, as it is now, as if they can scream for legal abortion, but refuse to acknowledge that black pile of garbage in Philly for killing live babies, then I'd be for feminism. I mean, well, now today it's called feminazism. And the one guy that was with me says, take that, shove it into all your feminist asses. And I said, and I put, feminists refuse to acknowledge the killings of live babies. In today's world, that is. I believe women can be in power so long as they have a level-headed mindset, just like any man. I would hope men in power also have, yeah, I just said that. A feminist said, shut the fuck up. And my homie said, true. And I said, which is why the Fourth Reich movement needs to be, I wasn't say extinguished. I wanted exterminated. I just noticed that. And then somebody fucking said, this one guy is taking me serious. Actually, some other shit happened. I said, they won't give a voice to an unborn baby. They're the real oppressed to the eyes of a conservative and the burden in liberal eyes. Now, I'm just pretending to be a fucking incorporate. Actually, no. Most of this was fucking true, what I actually felt. What the fuck is happening down there? Now, people who say Trump is sexist, why isn't he married to a man? If he was a true sexist, he'd be a fucking gay man. Why is he married to a woman, and why doesn't he give his 2 daughters, like, discrimination? Why doesn't he, like, enslave them or some shit if he's truly a sexist? Oh, yeah, one of these feminists said, women have been systematically oppressed by Western patriarchal culture so they cannot have the same opportunities as men. This is why we need quotas. Now, what the fuck does that even mean? If I want to be a doctor, I could be a doctor. If my little sister wants to be a fucking doctor, she can be a doctor. Chances are, they're gonna hire her over me. And I asked, well, which areas, if you don't mind me asking, madam or sir? Because, you know, where in America are women being oppressed? My homie goes and says, just be happy with what you have. Be grateful. Truer words have never been spoken. Just eat me and be... What the fuck is that? Feminist responds, in all areas. My homie says, nowhere. And I said, name one. And my homie goes, lies, go ahead, name one. And she goes, it's not my job to educate you. And my homie Dio goes, do it, tell us where. Enlighten us. Somebody says, I want to know too. And she fucking goes, stop raping me. I'm like, I'm not raping, I'm trying to dig for knowledge. And Dio goes, shut the fuck up, where was I at? He goes, shut the fuck up. And the guy says, no. And I said, you can't, because they aren't being oppressed. Unions hire more women than they do men, I just made that point. And Dio goes, she can't. And I said, this is coming from a man in the International Brotherhood of the Electrical World. It's an electrical union. anything fucking happen. I said, feminazis are not real heroes. They don't fight for a noble cause. They just want to cry and bitch like little babies who just had their binky taken from them. Go to fucking NBC, because, or CNN. Well, maybe not so much CNN as NBC, but every fucking thing they do, they cry and whine like little babies. Oh my god, Trump said shit! Oh my god, Trump said hi! I'm triggered. But sucking your thumb and putting it up your ass. Just be fucking normal. So, to say women are being denied equal rights is absolute shit. Maybe in government, I could challenge it, sort of. I don't really know government too well. I know the LGBT, the fucking, the homosexuals are being oppressed. Trump just extended an executive order to ban discrimination of that community in government jobs. US says, oh, here we go, the liberal says, USA is the most sexist country on earth. Now this is where it gets funny. How is the United States the most sexist country in the world when the Middle Eastern nation Saudi Arabia refuses to give women any rights? Wearing a burqa, no, let me do it this way.
Wearing a burqa is a symbol of women's liberation from over-sexualization.
Did somebody rob you of your brain? Because it wasn't me. I don't do that shit, I'm not black market. Well, and I said, how is the United States the most sexist country in the world when and this is true, because I actually looked this up, you can look it up too. This is true. How is the United States the most sexist country in the world when in Yemen, they stitch your vagina closed so men can have the most pleasure? If I get struck down for this, fucking look it up, because this is fucking fact. It is disgusting, and I go, no, a burqa is a symbol of religion. It's a symbol of Muslim, Islam, the Islamic religion, which is enforced peacefully, and both peacefully and violently. It's either Yemen, Somalia, Libya, or Saudis. That's where I sort of corrected. I sort of, exactly. It was either Yemen, Somalia, Libya, or Saudis. It's true though, you can look it up. And she goes, oh no, Dio goes, for the love of God, he is not pleased, truly. And if you get that, then good for you. She goes,
It's their culture, and you can't judge them.
I know Saudi Arabians, the Saudis definitely stitch vaginas together as well. Bro, this isn't culture, this is oppression. Diego is talking to a brick wall. Talking to a feminazi is talking to a brick wall, pretty much. They have zero rights in Saudi Arabia. You speak out of context, and you're stoned to death in Iraq, Afghanistan, Saudi Arabia, and Yemen. Which, most of them are terrorist training grounds. In Somalia, you just get raped and beheaded because, pirates and, arg! Not one of them. Dio goes, that's fucking dark. And I said, this woman says, Sharia law is actually very reasonable when you look into it. And I say, no it isn't. You say, fuck you to your husband, and he can legally rip open your asshole and sodomize you with anything. He can cut your tongue in half if you even speak to him without his permission. Look it up, it's something fucking weird like that. I just dumbed it down, and then I just threw this in here because this was hilarious. I said, Mike Pence has been more active than Joe Biden, but she was hiding the entire time, Biden being well, that's 3 hours, and I put, well, that's 3 hours fucking well spent. This one chick goes, Joe has been doing a lot of secret stuff, though. And I said, what, looking at Lolly? Because if you said that, I'd believe it. And this one woman goes, sorta, he gives kids his number, he shouldn't be allowed to grow up kids like that. I said, yeah, that's fucking sick. I just threw that in there. And I'm just gonna throw this in here too. Because this is absolutely fucking hilarious. So, yeah, there you go. Anyway, that's the end of this video. It's gone on long enough. I'll catch you all later.